Hey guys, John here from Option Engineer, and in this video, I want to talk to you about how the Tastyworks web platform helps you analyze your trade in three different ways and three different perspectives before you hit that confirm and send button, so you have as good of an idea as possible of what's going to happen once that trade gets in the books and starts interacting with all the other holdings within your portfolio. So to dive into the topic today, I wanted to briefly jump and show you what we're going to be talking about. So my overall portfolio right now is sitting with negative 46.4 deltas. And let's say hypothetically for this example, for this video, I wanted to help neutralize some of those deltas. And what I've displayed on the graphic up here is my existing gold position, my existing GLD position. As you can see, I had a couple of iron flies that I layered upon each other as GLD made that strong upward move recently. But right now the stock price is sitting here around 118, 119. So this is just hypothetical. I won't place this trade, but just to show you how Tastyworks helps you so much in analyzing your trade, let's go ahead and assume that I want to take out two objectives here. I want to help neutralize my overall portfolio value here, and I also want to help neutralize my position delta in GLD here. So if we look right now, I've got negative 75 delta on gold, and I got negative 46 delta in my portfolio. And one thing always to keep in mind before you place your trades is to understand the correlation impact between the underlying that you're looking at and the S&P or whatever symbol you're beta weighting your portfolio to. All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the trade page on Tastyworks web. And here you can see where my positions exist on the April 21st expiration cycle. So you can see I've got some laddered iron flies here, but unfortunately they're centered right around the 116, 116 and a half, and the stock price is currently at 119 and a half. Nothing you can really do there, just gotta wait for time to take its toll. But for this example, as you remember, we had around 75 short delta in this position. So if I wanted to neutralize the this position itself, I'd want to start selling some puts against it, right? So let's jump out into the May expiration cycle, give ourselves some more time, and just diversify across duration. And let's sell one at the money put here. And if you click on this little down arrow in Tastyworks web, it's going to pop up a bunch of different analysis options for you to look at that trade. And again, just a disclaimer, I am placing this video outside of market hours, so things won't be moving around like they normally would be. So looking at here, you can see obviously your max profit and your max loss, and that's pretty self-explanatory being a margin position. But what I will really want to draw your attention to is this set of columns here, and the fact that there are three different tabs that you can look at this information. So what you see here is your probability of making 1 penny on the trade at expiration, your theta, return on capital, the extrinsic value, IV rank, theta, and delta. And for this video, I want to focus in particular on the delta value. So here, what this means is that for this one particular trade, for this one single at the money short put, it's going to add a 45 positive long deltas towards that one trade. But that's not the only thing you want to look at, is it? You want to take your portfolio and your approach holistically. And so if you click on the position tab here, what this now does is it does all the same calculations, but it doesn't just take this one single short option into consideration. It takes all of my iron flies that you saw on that previous graph. It takes all of this in combination with that new short put that, let's say I'm putting it over here at the money in in May. So here what you can see is going back to the delta on the single trade, that single trade was a 45 long delta. But if I look at my position, because I was so short before by about 74 or so, I would expect to see my delta here being around negative 30. And there it is, negative 30. And so what that does is that aggregates all those positions I have together and gives you an output for that delta. It also shows you what your overall theta value would be. So I would expect to make about $5 in theta decay per day in my GLD open positions if I were to place this trade. And going back to compare that with the previous one, it's pretty much doubling my theta by adding that one short that one short put. And then the cool part about this is you click to the portfolio tab as well, and you can see what position or what impact this one position, this one trade would have on your overall portfolio beta weighted deltas. So here you can see that by placing this one trade, I would reduce my portfolio deltas by, I think it was a negative 44, 45 or so before placing the trade, down to negative 41, about thereabouts, and your overall portfolio theta as well. So let's just do some double checking here, and let's make one adjustment to this position. So going back again, just double checking myself, negative 46 delta. So going back to the trade page, and everything stays nice and easily here. I'm going to go ahead and, just for the sake of example, bump up the quantities from 1 to 6, and let me recalculate all that. Now going back in, of course, I would not put on this position. That is extremely bullish. But going back to your portfolio, now you can see how it's working down your portfolio deltas as you add more trades on. And obviously, if I were to look at the position statement, I would expect to see a very long delta position here in GLD at this point. So I hope that was a helpful little video to show you how you can analyze your trades before you go into it. One thing let's go ahead and do real quick is go, instead of GLD, let's go to the SPY itself, because this will have a very clear impact. Obviously, if we're beta weighting our portfolio to the SPY, a put should be very strong at increasing. So let's go ahead and put on 2 puts in the SPY and do the same analysis. So now you can see 96 deltas for that one position. I do have a position on in the SPY, which is also positive deltas. So you can see the increase there to 103, and how it would increase my portfolio delta from a negative 46 all the way to a positive 50. And that makes sense, right? I mean, if you're going to increase it by 100, you're going to go from negative 46 to positive 46 or so. So hope that video was helpful. If you like it, subscribe to my channel. I'm learning how to trade options just like you guys are, and it's not an easy road, so it's always helpful to have that second opinion, that second set of eyes on whatever problem you're having. If you have ideas for another video, shoot them in the comments below. I look forward to talking to you guys next time.